Hello, and welcome along to episode 18 of Elsewhither, Tales of the Unchained. Unfortunately, Rheawynne will not be with us today, it would seem, unless she rises from the ashes in the middle of the morning and suddenly appears. Speaking of rising, today's episode is called A Storm Revealed. Today I learned that, Jack, your sister was not called Rise with Storms, but Writhes.
Yeah.
Only learned that today.
Sorry.
So my punny title had to be changed. Because I called it a storm rising, and a storm writhing made no fucking sense whatsoever. So I had to change the whole thing.
Oh, I'm
Spoiler
sorry.
alert, that sister might appear. Not in real life.
What?
In episode.
I hope that's not her real life name.
No.
Her real sister's just called Rise.
No, it's
with
actually
Storms.
Rise with Storms.
Oh.
Anyway, last episode, we did some things. What did we do? Where did we start off last episode? Can anybody tell me?
We were...
Start off at the Alchemists.
Yeah, with
Indeed,
the
so
daughter,
the
right?
alchemist with the daughters. I would
Speaking to
technically
the
just
daughter.
after the daughter, you'd taken her to
Yeah.
the haystack. And then you decided to go where?
Downwards.
Indeed. And who let you into the tunnels?
Oh, it was that chap,
Solomon.
Glad we
Solomon.
could narrow it down, Rico.
That trustworthy
chap.
guy.
Yes, Solomon. And what did he tell you he used the tunnels for?
Smuggling.
Pretty much. He's told you that he didn't really want to reveal to you the tunnels that led away from the town because that's his smuggling route. But he was more than happy to let you into the tunnels as a whole. He also told you about his current smuggling operation. What was he smuggling?
Oh, the rings and spell modifying gems.
Specifically the
manufactory
gems. He did have a
stuff.
section of he did have a collection of the manufactory spell enhancement rings, of which he was happy to give them to you because they're worth a silver each. But he said if you did a certain task for him, he'd give you a gem for free. What task was that?
Was to go...
Kill a big lizard.
Yeah, kill a lizard.
And you knew you were going to succeed because
We're amazing.
the bones
No, the
were already in
skeleton
the
was
room.
already there.
Yeah.
DM mistake. Anyway, having succeeded at that, you each gained a spell enhancement ring, spell enhancement gem, apart from Boxxo, because Boxxo doesn't do magic, who got jack shit in return.
I got his second
Oh
one.
no, you gave a second gem to someone else, right?
To me.
Yeah, it's a Rico.
Cool. Rico, what 2 gems did you take?
I took the mage hand one and the mage armor one.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. After slaying this beast, I will bring us to the caverns map, because I believe you guys have Explorer mode on, so you should be able to see where you've been, which might help you with some stuffs. Because we found lots and lots of stuffs down here. Can you see the places you've been? Yes, you must be able to, because Rico mapped the whole area out with his earring. Rico being Pietro, by the way.
right.
So we started down the very, very south. We cleared out that beast. And then you found a place under the alchemists. Anybody remember any of the details of what you found in there?
We found supplies that will look like they were like smuggling in and out of the cave.
Yep.
And we found a boat which had like really regal clothes
Mhm.
and in a
Shows
sack
that
and like fresh food.
Escape supplies, basically. And you know that
Yeah.
down the river is the way that would go to where the alchemist had been meeting a certain person down at the docks. You found out that the entrance to the alchemists from the tunnels had been sealed, probably permanently, and that many of these supplies that had been that were being smuggled out resembled the stolen supplies from Mazrea, those of D'Souza and Ashleen, the common
Yes.
casting supplies. You also found details of 3 personas, or 3 personalities or people in the room. Anybody remember any of the personas?
One was like a
Oh, those-
noble, I think, right?
One was a noble called Archibald.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy started with B.
Bodlin.
Bodlin.
And you did understand that Bodlin meant Sunwalker in the old Tabaxi tongue, and perhaps in other lands that might be a Tabaxi name. Hello! Oh, she's got a little pram! That's fucking adorable. Sorry. I'm distracted by this, but that is so cute. Look at her go. She's like, come on, we're going for a walk.
That doesn't even make bubbles.
She has her little. She has her own little baby in it here. Come, show the baby. Can I see baby? Wow.
No, you can't. My baby.
Yeah.
Get away from me. What are you, a baby thief?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Don't show your baby to strange men just because they ask.
No. That was so adorable. Sorry, anyway, distracted. Bodlin meant Sunwalker. And this, you thought this might mean you have a name for the mysterious Tabaxi whose fur you had been following around Mazrea. Quite the right phrasing there, but fuck it. Also on the subject of alchemy, you found a little area down to the southeast, which had various alchemy supplies in them, and calcinators and alembics for purification and creation of potions and toxins, and you know that this might be where he was making experimental elixirs. In addition, you went up a ladder from here and found what?
Like a little shack.
Small alchemist hut, indeed.
Yeah.
And you found evidence that this did indeed belong to our alchemist. What was his name?
Man who burns daughter. What the hell is it?
Josh has brought you round, all of you round, to the just think hard methods.
Alan.
That nobody's
So-
flicking through
something-
any notes. They're just using the. think
I
hard
don't even.
methods.
I don't even have that.
It's something like
Gallon.
something like
Valid.
Gallon.
Gallon.
With a G.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna say Dallin.
After that, you crossed the water. You found a big hole. What did you do with the big hole?
Knocked some debris down it, I think.
You threw something.
Oh no,
down
dropped
there.
it, rock.
Yeah.
Oh, I fired one of my fiery little sling pebbles
Yep.
down it.
And then you guys left off from there, and you went and found what could be potentially a goblin's entrance tunnel. You then smashed down the back entrance to the blacksmith's blacksmith's cellar, and then thought, oh, I shouldn't have done that, and mold earth it back in place. And then left, and then you found what appeared to be an underground hideout that had been present a very long time. This included... Oh, did you take the hand crossbow? Did I give that to someone?
Yes, I have the hand crossbow.
That's the
No one
starship
wanted it.
crossbow. That's
so
not slumbering?
Pietros. No, it's just.
Oh, me. Okay. You also... You discovered this basically is where Bodlin had been living for an extended period of time. He had also tried to burrow into the underside of the mayor's house, but failed. And you saw a little bit of a holding cell as well a bit of luxury there, some books, some plans. Anything else of interest?
Is this where the costumes were?
Yes, the costumes and which was almost the name of last episode, by the way, the costumes and the cages. I wasn't 100% certain you were going to get there or visit that spot, and I thought, risky title. So instead, I called it the missing mayor, and you didn't find that guy either. But never mind. At least you went searching for him. You found some cages. One was small. What was special about the small one?
Oh, it was like
You had to teleport to get in
It's
it.
kind of like a force cage thing, right?
It was. You could put something in it, but once closed, it prevented any magical teleportation out. Designed to hold a small magical beast, perhaps one similar to the one that had been leaving brimstone across Mazrea. There was a large cage. What was special about the large cage?
The large cage. Or what was special about it?
It was designed to perhaps
Oh,
be
yeah, it
on
was
the
like a
back of a
trick,
prisoner's cart.
It was like,
Oh, but
oh no.
yeah, they had
you
like
were
a
right,
false
Joe.
bar or something
No,
like that.
It was trick
Yeah.
openable?
Yes, so it had
Oh.
it looked very complex, but in fact you could escape from it very easily. Perhaps to stage an escape of some sort. And the third thing was a wind-up organ. Can you remember that? It's a crank mechanism organ.
Oh yeah.
No importance as far as you could tell whatsoever. It's
creepy.
And then you found an area that you had to go like under, not under the water, but under the arch of the cave. We discovered the DM's failing that there is absolutely nowhere to put a door mechanism on that. And from there, we find ourselves in a slightly flooded area where there is evidence of recent traffic. There are marks along the walls as if somebody's run their hands through the dust. Est-ce que tu fais? Do you do?
Vel'zekiss is a lot taller because he's standing on top of the water.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's almost 2 feet of water. Actually, how tall are you, Boxxo? 3 feet? If that. Kobolds are very short.
How tall can they be?
Well, they can't
I'm the
change
tallest
their height,
one.
and this is not the first time I've asked you the question. I've asked you this question more than once. So if I have to go and find it, I will. But if
What was the question? Sorry.
They're
how tall is
probably.
Boxxo?
Yeah, he's probably 3 foot.
In fact, I have here, you are 3'1".
There we go. Taller than
a whole
most.
inch taller than you might
Yep.
expect. You're basically swimming. This water is chest height.
That's fine.
I don't have to decide whether to help him.
No, you don't. Yeah.
I don't want your poxy help.
The rest of you just getting wet feet. You see the path links west and east, and this appears to be an entirely natural cave. But you do see at moments it's been widened in sort of rough-hewn, simple swings. But there's no magic used, no mold earth or anything. You can see that it's as if somebody's just whacked off bits of rock to get something round.
The handprints on the wall, do they look like they are human hands?
So just to clarify, these are not
Dragonborn
handprints.
hands?
This looked like somebody's like
sorry.
trailed just the very ends of their fingertips through the dust. It's incredibly difficult to tell, but then they wouldn't be claws. They're too thick for that.
Okay. Okay.
And in fact, you do see a couple of scratch marks within these fingerprints, as if the person was wearing gloves or gauntlets.
Okay, so like they're gentle scratches. They're not like someone's being dragged and they're like
No, if
clawing
you
at the
imagine
wall.
if you had a steel gauntlet and you ran it along a rock face, but without
Yeah.
pressing too hard, that's exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
I think we figured out why this Tabaxi always smells wet.
That's
Oh,
true,
yeah.
actually.
I've been wondering about it the whole time. Why does it always smells like wet fur?
Quite literally, because he exits this cave to the sea. And then comes
Yeah.
up by the outside through these wet tunnels.
Well, let's get moving, I say as I begin to breaststroke my
Getting
way.
that way.
Yeah.
A reminder that you do not have a swimming speed, correct?
No.
So you will be.
But if it's like chest high, I'll
you'll
just
be
I'll
moving at
just
half your movement speed.
flounce. Yeah, I'll just flounce
that's it.
around.
It just counts as difficult terrain for you and not for anyone else.
I'm bobbing up and down.
Yep, okay. Leaping and bounding. But Boxxo's decided you're going right. Is you all okay with that? You gonna follow?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Boxxo, at the end of that corridor on the right, you do see that it appears to be a dead end.
Okay.
And there are some empty shackles hanging from the wall about 7 feet up. Any creature shackled by that would be dangling over the water. You see blood marks up the wall.
Oh,
Do
Old,
different races have different colored blood? Like the lizard folk
They
have
do.
green blood?
They do. Lizard folk don't have green blood specifically, but closer to black. It's dark.
Let's find out.
Just
Vel'zekiss chops his armor.
Yeah.
It's closer to black. It's very dark red. And
Okay.
some other creatures have slightly different color blood. That being said, this blood is so old and so
Fuck
brine
knows.
washed and salted. You've no real idea what. And it should be mentioned the water you're walking on is seawater.
Okay.
All the way in from the.
Alright, up we go.
Right there, Boxxo, you feel an aura of foreboding. Give me a charisma check.
Oh, I get bad mumbo jumbos from this place. That's a powerful 5. Although, if I fail, please. Although I'm not proficient with charisma checks, so ignore everything I just said.
Pietro and Vel'zekiss, you may both give me an Arcana check, as all of you feel a sort of like almost like an urge to go elsewhere. I don't really want to proceed.
Yikes.
Oh my
20,
God.
Rico?
The nat one.
Okay.
got a
I knew
lot
I'd dwell on
of,
the 2 with that reaction. Got a lot of things, have you? Want to use one?
Yeah,
Use a thing.
let's put this on here. Oh, I have
Yeah,
to
do
drag it,
something.
right?
I don't think I can do anything to help.
The brave man is he who overcomes not only his enemies, but his pleasures.
Ooh.
I was that a
Ooh la
D6
la.
jump?
It was an 8.
An 8? Come on, Joe.
Still only up to a total of 14, unfortunately.
With a 14, you get the impression that there was once some sort of more powerful version of a glyph of I don't mean warding. What was it called? Like almost like an antipathy, but a minor version, a less powerful version of antipathy. Designed to turn around the average commoner who might walk down here and just think, I don't like it down here. I'll go somewhere else. It wouldn't deter any slightly determined investigator. But again, most of the people that come down here are workmen, etc. They just feel a bit cold, a bit damp, feel the urge to turn around. It doesn't affect any of you in that manner. You're more than strong-willed enough to carry on.
Buongiorno, Boxxo.
Sorry, I just need to refresh my Roll20 because I couldn't get rid of the card. But I could turn it around.
Oh yeah, the card is
the card is gone, so if you can still see it, you must refresh.
No,
I will refresh.
Yeah, there we go.
Everyone's left.
And everyone's gone.
Hi.
Okay.
Here beside
Yeah.
me.
I'll start going.
Boxxo, hold on. Don't leave without your friends.
What?
You turn around and you see all of your friends just have a blue circle on top of their forehead. It's going round and round in circles like they're loading. Hey, there we go. We're all in. Boxxo, from here, you can all see a dark red glyph on the wall directly ahead of you. You know that this is not what is causing this strange feeling of foreboding. This one looks a little more powerful. You do also see a path upwards and out of the water.
Mm-hmm. Pietro, what is that?
Boxxo points and nearly drowns.
Yeah.
Could be a dangerous magic.
it's a glyph.
Certainly more powerful than this peasant repellent we've just gone through.
Peasant repellent! Oh, dear. Spends a D8, gets a D4. Love that.
Yeah. Can you do something?
I fear I'm not quite yet powerful enough. Perhaps we can go and kill a couple of rats or something.
Now, one thing you will notice is that it is not affecting any of you in any way. And it is definitely active magic.
If it unleashes some magic, could you counter it?
We'll look at Boxxo just like... No. What of it?
Nothing.
I will give... I think only Pietro and Rheawynne an Arcana.
Okay.
Alright, Rheawynne knows. Knows all the things.
I might know.
So Rheawynne will tell you that this is actually a containment spell. And it marks the edge. So everything beyond this point is contained. And she will also be able to tell you with a 27 that it is to contain the undead. So undead won't come walking past this point. They'll stay within their box.
Can
That's why
undead?
she knows.
Yeah.
That's reassuring.
We can deal with some zombies, though, right?
Ah, maybe if the cleric levels up with 500 XP, she gets to destroy undead.
She can probably
Oh, we've not
turn them now.
quickly leveled up yet.
Have we never dealt with zombies
not
before in this
technically.
campaign?
There's 500 XP you're going to get when you walk around this corner.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. That's why I'm like,
I mean, he's already given it to us. Do we have to walk around the corner?
Yes!
I'll go.
Okay, good. Toothy, as you get to... Oh, you stopped very quickly. I was expecting you to get to here. Go on, you can do it.
Okay.
go on,
Yes, I did.
Hey, there you go. As soon as you get to there, you smell a familiar smell. And you know that somewhere up ahead, your sister either is or has been.
Oh.
Ooh.
That scent is on the wind.
I can smell it. I knew it. And I go forward.
Okay.
Is she dead?
You say this, and on the right, you do see a strange urn. Which is left open, and it looks very old. There's what looks like an embalming cloth in front of it. You don't think that you're smelling her ashes.
Your sister lives in a tomb.
She does not. And walking round the corner You'll see what to one of you is a familiar sight. Jack, I had to choose smart. This is what I chose.
Oh.
Yeah, fantastic. I love it.
Okay. Cool. And she will sort of look up. Ruthie, what are you doing here?
Rothy, what are you doing here?
I'm keeping the mayor safe.
Yeah. Oh,
There's an impending attack on the town. Goblins and all that.
it's alright. Wait, what?
We've handled the goblin situation.
Yeah, it's happened.
You hear that, Mr. Mayor? And go back to your town. Oh, fabulous. I have enjoyed it so much in this cave. I'll be glad to leave.
What is going on?
She looks at you and she says, I made a friend and he said that I'd be well rewarded if I kept the mayor safe from a town attack. I will be rewarded, right? She looks at Mayor Mycellus.
I fear you may be arrested in this case.
But how did you hear about the attack? She won't tell me. She has just told you she met a Tabaxi friend.
Tabaxi friend.
That man looks evil.
It's
Oh,
nice
I didn't
enough.
see the mayor. Oh, the mayor.
Mayor Mycellus. Yeah, looks to you.
Who's this other Tabaxi?
He calls himself Bodlin. I maybe got a little too close to a goblin hideout. I was adventuring, you know, what I could find. He saved me.
Okay. But we have reason to believe he's not that good.
I think he might be a thief. But he says he steals for the purpose of educating the youngsters in magic. That can't be bad, right? He says that it's really expensive to study magic and that they all deserve an equal chance. He sells stuff to the youth academy at Academy of Shah. That's not too bad, right? Shades of Grey.
He knew an attack was coming on a town and decided to protect just one person.
He said we didn't stand a chance of repelling the attack, but if the mayor was saved, then he could rebuild the town.
Is this mayor so great? I'll look over at him. The cocked eyebrow.
I'd far rather we had have saved some of the youngsters of the town. They're the lifeblood of the town.
Exactly. What's a town without its people?
A very political answer.
Wasn't intended as such. She sort of looks in. I don't know. He told me to keep the mayor safe, and then he handed me the mayor in a cave. What was I gonna do? Kill him? I wasn't gonna try and fight off all the goblins on my own, so I did what I was told. Besides, there's some scary necromancer dudes.
Where?
Go through come on through, all of you. Go up this way.
Alright.
You'll see more things. She leaps into a pile of water. I don't know why she's done that.
We're just like yelling at her from afar. Like
She points at this big black door with like this huge dark red glyph on it. And she's like, they make blood sacrifices to the door and everything. And I thought if I didn't obey, then maybe I'd be in trouble. There's no point trying the trap door. It's blocked. She points towards the door at the top of the ladder. The long stairs that you're right next to. You would know that this should open up under the tavern. And just to demonstrate, she will nip up the stairs really quickly and open the trap door, and you'll see that it opens downwards, and above it is brickwork.
brickwork.
Yeah, so you could smash your way in, or mold earth your way in, or something, but you can't just walk through it. She looks around and she's like, I've been living here for 4 days.
Oh, you've survived.
Bolton brought me some food stores like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They were horrible. They were just little berries in a box. Like, they were sufficient.
Oh, you're tough.
Right.
This Bodlin, where has he gone?
Said he wouldn't be back for a couple of weeks. And that I should wait 5 days and then turn the mayor to the town. will be tomorrow.
They're gonna think it's you who kidnapped the mayor.
Thought it might be like it end up looking something like that. He was very persuasive, but once he'd gone, I really wasn't sure why I did anything he suggested. I didn't mean to get in this trouble, Tulsi, and she comes over and she sort of rests her head on your shoulder. There's an air that like she's not used to being the one that's needs you. Like she feels like she's always been like the more competent, the more wise, and in this moment,
it's usually the opposite.
yeah, she's feeling a little weakened. She sort of nods over at the room, and you'll see there's only one bed, and they've been taking it in turns. And then you'll see one corner where she's actually had to like secure the mare, with like
Oh god.
sort of just a simple like a one-end handcuff. So she'll handcuff one arm, and then the other one goes to like a chain, basically.
Because he wants to leave?
Because he might venture out.
Oh, got you.
I was told to keep him safe, and that also meant away from whatever roaring thing there was down in the south. I tried exploring some of these caves, but I didn't want to go past a certain point. Just down there.
What's over here? And I'll point to these two doors.
That is the huge black door with the big red glyph with the blood.
Oh, sorry.
To go through a big scary cultist area.
I'd
also
like
fresh
to go
water
over here and
reservoir.
look at it.
Oh, hold on. Why can you see through it? Hold on.
We can
Only
see
a
through
little
tiny
bit.
Oh yeah, there's a crack in the middle.
Yeah, I can see
Oh, I see what you mean.
a weeping angel, perhaps.
Well, you can see that much. I can barely see anything.
Yeah, I can't say that much.
I see
But
all.
I can say more now.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, my doors don't quite link up. Leave me alone, all right? Yeah, you can, as you look at it, Boxxo, you can give me an investigation check, but you know you don't want to touch it.
Yes. Yes.
She sort of looks, and every time they come down, they like paint blood on it in a pattern. I can show you if you want, but I don't want to be anywhere near if you're going in there. They took,
Not
like,
just yet.
They took people and brought back bones. And they all have scary masks.
And they left the two of you alone.
They gave us food once. Wasn't very nice. Rock bread.
I gave you food.
I think Boldlin's connected to them. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as he pretended to be. He seemed so nice,
All
and he was
these-
so persuasive, and he had such good reasons. And then strange hooded cultists came by, and they were scary. What was your investigation check?
Shades of grey, huh?
It was 18, but if that fails, let me know.
Does not fail at all. It was DC 12. It's the only time Josh has ever wanted to fail anything, because he has a thing that lets him succeed.
It doesn't let me succeed. It just lets me add one of my side die.
Okay, well,
To the
cool.
roll.
You didn't succeed.
Aye.
Succeeded. All right, Rico. Anyway, yes, it would seem indeed that you would have to paint fresh blood upon the wall. Faster?
Oh, fresh. I can't just scrape off the dried blood off the other wall. Alright.
Criminal
Got a
offensive.
mare if you need him.
I was gonna say
Plenty
mayors
of
of blood.
She will look. Is it time to take him back up? More than time, I'd expect. Did you say you saved the town?
You would say that, yes.
I will
Fought
have
off
to
the
reward you
goblin attack.
somehow. I'll have Walton Giles craft you the finest pair of footwear you've ever experienced.
He's already offered his finest of footwear.
He would know what a proper reward is. Well, then I shall have to name you citizens of the town. Give you free run, free ale. Every adventure likes free ale, right?
Throw wine in that mix and I will accept.
Free ale and house wine. You are going to let me out of here, right? Like soon.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Mr. Mayor.
Stonemason, make your stonemason check. Pietro.
Oh, I will Mason. I assume you're talking about at the top of this
Yes.
set of.
Well, sort of. I mean, you saw it once and it was quite enough, I think. How did you
Gotcha.
roll somewhat decently?
Oh, 23.
Yes, that is a facade. In fact, it doesn't even look like real brickwork. It's like little bits.
This
of
is simple
stuck pieces of
veneer.
wood.
Yeah, it's like a veneer, basically.
yeah,
It's
you
like
can
a
just-
thin brick layer, yeah.
You'll be through into the cellar, which will infuriate rides with storms. that she was this close to just being able to enter the cellar. Didn't realize. But yeah, if you want to, you can take the mare home. And you get 500 XP that you can't add because you've already added it. Found the mare.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Should we take a look at this?
You should take a long rest first. Rheawynne states very firmly.
Should we?
Yes, you should.
All right. I'll never understand you spellcasters.
Yeah, I don't know
alright.
about Pietro and Vel'zekiss, but
A nap would be very nice.
Rheawynne would only have had one
Okay.
spell slot if she didn't just level up.
Okay, yeah. Let's go get a
And there's
move at
missing hit
the-
points, and it's
at
also
the
you've been down
tavern.
here for like 6 hours, and you know.
I had to use my arcane recovery, and I still only have 2 level 1 slots.
You did also gain some
Okay.
fairly substantial proof that that Gallon was working with the person who was aware of the attack. So you might have an arrest to make. Provided you decide to tell the mayor, otherwise you just let the alchemist go for Scott.
I mean, we could blackmail him for his daughter's, like, safe. Like,
We already have her safety. We're like,
yeah,
kidnapping
but
her.
He might exactly. If we're kidnapping her, he might pursue her if we can convince him to fuck right off, and we won't. Give
yeah, but
him
then
up.
we just slap him.
slap the shit out
Are
of
you
him.
having this discussion in front of the mayor?
Oh,
I'm happy to.
You've already
Okay.
said too much.
The mayor will tell you if Gallon is in any way connected to this crime, its full inheritance will fall to his daughter. I wouldn't worry too much. She will have the run of her home, her freedom.
he's got
Inheritance.
executed.
Will be
Yeah.
right in this attack. He's already under investigation for numerous other serious crimes.
So,
Well, then there's nothing left for us to do in that regard.
as long as this is acceptable to the girl.
You wish me to ask her if she wishes her father executed?
Or if she'd like to be kidnapped.
Her answer may surprise you.
It's best not to put a young girl through that, especially one who's been through so much already. I've tried to protect her numerous times. I know how her father treats her, but we didn't have. Y'all wouldn't.
Have
speak
you
up.
seen her?
He explains her disfigurement in a different way. She got herself into some of his more explosive alchemical supplies. He claims fault, but not fault, if you.
Perhaps we should pour each of them on him and find out which one does that. Then we'll know if he's lying.
You're not serious. Well, right? You
I mean-
would actually do that.
The girl told you her truth.
It certainly seems that not everything we hear is the truth, but
Will you swear to her version of the truth? You have heard it and witnessed it.
certainly.
Bastard shall be executed. There's nothing.
Well, then I guess not, Boxxo. We won't have a chance.
Yeah. If you want to pop the facade, you can pop to town.
I thought it was popping to bed.
Well, you have to do one to do the other.
Well, it's in the tavern. Does the tavern have
You're
rooms?
going to go
Or is
to
it
the
not like an
tavern.
inn?
Yeah, you're going to enter into.
You're right, actually. Yeah.
You're going to enter into the tavern.
Yeah.
Which I assume is in the town.
It is indeed.
So, yes, we
is
will
indeed.
be
But we'd
going
have to
into
go.
the town.
Yeah, but we'd have to go through the tavern to then go out into the town to then go find somewhere to
Sure.
rest.
Okay. I moment I'm going to go to the town map because that's where the tavern is,
Okay, right. Yeah.
Yes.
and I have absolutely no idea where your character's. Hello, can I help you?
It's Riley.
Can you stop
Yeah,
biting my
She's
chin?
just had
please?
a dye job.
You're biting my chin. This is impossible to work with. Look what you've done. You've put them in the fucking blacksmith's house. standing on the arrow keys and moving your characters. Cool. You can... Over there. You can come up here and enter into the town. And you do so wielding a mare and a tabaxi. And as you do so, the woman looks up. I told you she existed! Say, pointing at rides with...
I sort of shield my sister a little bit.
Ah! She was responsible for it all! She came amongst us, spoke to us kindly. And then the mayor disappeared and our town was attacked. Rise with Storms is going to push past you two. I did do that. I did. I was told I was protecting the mayor from a coming attack. I've told him my crimes already. But my mind was not my own. I will assist this town in any way necessary if you need rebuilding or aim or assistance. Repent those sins that were mine, but your mayor is safe.
This is not the fault of the girls. The mayor will corroborate.
And my brother here, he sort of pats Toothy. He knows who the true person responsible is. He's going to find him and bring him to justice.
Yeah. We'll definitely try.
We will.
We
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Great! Glad to hear it. The mayor will sort of say that an arrest must be made, and he's going to go and get Gallon. But before that, he turns to the bartender and says, Loretta, is that her? No, Loretta's the servant
Yeah, she's
girl,
the
I think.
barmaid, yeah.
Sister Kayla. That'll have to do. Loretta will do. I'm sure there is an actual barmaid here somewhere, but... Oh, there she is. Arlene. She's the priestess. That's not her. Anyway, she'll turn to the barmaid and say, rooms for all of these wonderful town saviors. They did save the town, right? They weren't making that up? She nods. Excellent. And food and wine and ale for free for the rest of time. Bartender's sort of looking at the mayor like, what? And they need a rest because they're gonna go fight some cultists or something. We have cultists under our town. Cultists!
Okay.
Merrick yells, and then goes, oh, everything is happening to this town. I'm moving away. Who will escort me safely to Mazrea?
Absolutely no one raises their hand.
It's gonna be alright.
They look around. It's not going to be all right. Our
Never
mayor
it will
disappeared,
be.
The goblins came. The orcs came. They stabbed the bouncer. Now, cultists? We're going to get, like, zombified or something?
No, you're gonna be fine. Listen,
Are
you're
you
not
gonna get
you're not gonna be
zombified?
involved. Well, I hope not.
The zombies only go after people with the brains.
That's mean, and you know it. I was just about to offer you,
It is
I was
me.
just about to offer you a gift in exchange for the protection of this town.
What was the gift?
Not for you. And then looks to Pietro and to Toothy. He doesn't trust Vel'zekiss at all. He's given him a few odd looks and not gone too close. And then he's given a couple of disdainful looks at Rheawynne's legs and ignored her too. Goes over, but they go over to Pietro and to Toothy and say, you must go to a lot of dirty places, right? Dingy places,
We just
wet places.
we were just in a cave, so yes.
Maybe you could make use of this. I have a couple. And he will offer you, I think it's called a cleansing.
Can the cube?
No, cleansing stone. No, cleaning
Okay.
cube is a thing that goes
Oh,
around the
okay.
floor and cleans the house. Yes,
Yes,
this is a cleansing stone. which will allow you to clean your, remove dirt and grime from your garments and person.
Oh, can I use it now?
Ooh.
Test it out.
Yes, you can. And as you use it, he, keep saying he, sorry, they're not a he or a she. Merrick, looks at you and says, that's much better. Perhaps you might share it with your companions.
Oh, certainly. This is a fine gift. Thank you, Merrick.
Cleanliness is close to godliness.
So I've heard.
Is it?
I bet cultists are really not clean. Yes, it is.
Do I have to be clean? Do I have to be clean in order to be with the gods of this land?
Before you can continue that sentence, I'm just going to start cleaning.
You should tell Weary about that, Toothy.
Hey.
Jack plays a dirty ranger on a Friday who worships every god there is. Yes, cleanliness, close to godliness, but Merrick will shuffle back to the corner and...
This will do nothing for your fur, but at least your clothes will be clean.
no, it does say and cleans your person.
Oh, well then.
Yes, it will. It will leave you looking slightly blow-dried. I don't know if you've ever blow-dried a cat. It's quite mean. Didn't do it, but it is quite funny. They look just like fluff.
You start cleaning me. I'm like, hey, get off me.
You're filthy.
The five of
You're
you
filthy.
may take a room upstairs after some great food and wine, and take a long rest. I will long rest. Rheawynne.
Heck yeah.
Can I confirm? Did somebody use the automatic success on a saving throw at some point?
I did.
Josh used it instantly. Oh, what? Maybe it
Was
was
it Jack who used it? I don't
Yeah.
think Josh wanted to use it, but not on a saving throw.
I didn't realize. I thought it was just anything, but it turns out to be just a saving.
It was like an
throw.
ability check or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. It's just there's quite a few. Obviously, some of you still have the heroic inspiration picked. I was just checking.
I still have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I want to use it as soon as possible so that I can stop thinking about it.
I hope you.
I'm going to hold on to it until level 20.
Yeah, I have given Rheawynne a. What did I give as a spell? Aura Vitality, I think. No, Mass Healing Word. I went with.
By the way, Vel'zekiss just looks down to where he barely got his feet wet in the caverns and then dries them with his shawl thing and then prestidigitates the shawl himself. So he doesn't need to use this pathetic stone.
Quite like the stone, then, do you, Joe?
I'm going to clean myself.
Cool. So you may all take a long rest, and then in the morning you'll be offered the hearty adventurer's breakfast, which is a common staple in Maztu for passing travelers who are headed to the south. And it involves, she'll tell you, 3 different red meats. That's the tavern. I just stop as soon as I press go. It just right. You guys can't hear anything.
Nope.
Correct.
Nope. Oh,
Fuck is that? That's not the one I asked.
it sounds like a fire, like is crackling, maybe.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
That's what I asked for. Cool. You'll be offered the hearty adventurer's breakfast. It contains 3 red meats, eggs done 3 ways, and bread to mop it all up.
3-way for breakfast.
And I'm going to let you guys choose. I have rolled, and there is a plus to max hit points. But there is an alternative, should you wish, which is advantage on all constitution checks and saves.
Advantage on con saves.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that up to this mid-sentence. But you may choose. I will not tell you how much the max HP modifier.
Are we likely to get con saves in the upcoming fight?
I don't know, are you?
So do we all have to choose the same, or can we choose?
No, individually you may
Oh,
choose.
oh. I see.
I'll take
I'll
the
take-
con save.
Yeah, I will also take con saves, I think.
HP.
Yeah.
7.
Ooh, that's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I
One
rolled badly on my
It's a
level up.
D12, so...
Can I change my answer?
No! Although I do realise that I didn't get Jack's answer before I did it, before I gave you the number. So Jack and
I was gonna take. Oh
educated
no! I
choice.
was gonna take con. I was gonna take con saves.
Okay.
For,
I will say that this... sorry, there's con saves and death saves.
Oh yeah.
I will
Yeah,
take
that's
that.
fine.
I will
I'll
take
save
that.
some
I'm
death
more
saves.
likely to go down.
I like the sound of that.
Is that for 24 hours?
Does it
Till
tell
our
you on Nox
next
Lang
long rest, I suppose.
Nox Lang. Wow.
Who?
Yeah, Nox Lang rest.
There you go.
Love that. Cool. I see no reason to dilly or to dally. And I believe the answer is to put you back in the caverns. Assuming that everybody has agreed to Boxxo's idea, investigating the cultists, and these guys telling you that you should, and all these nice things. Alternatively, you could just not. It is totally up to you. But there's plenty of XP in there.
No, they know who we are now. They're not gonna. They're
Yeah,
not gonna have a good story told about us if we take off mentioning the cultists. Then they'll just leave.
Yeah, there's cultists. See ya.
Fighting them was helpful.
As you enter back down the tavern, the tavern stairs underneath the cellar. Loretta will say, there's a staircase under our tavern all this time? You didn't tell me about this last night? Can you block it behind you?
Who was supposed to tell you about it last night?
All of you. You came up it, didn't you?
So did the mayor.
Idiot.
Oh, I assumed you knew.
I will tell you just quickly, there are a few random things on these tables. I don't know if they're of any interest, but I will just tell you that this is a full set of woodcarver's tools. Here is a full set of alchemist's tools and 2 recipe books. Just nobody alchemize. Rheawynne cooks. Nobody alchemies.
You ask every time.
And I never know what the answer is.
No, I know it's fine.
No. Okay, good. No, that is fine. I ask in every campaign every time, for the record,
Yeah,
not just in this one. Okay, over here is a dodgy table that looks like it's for magical rituals. Sorry, Boxxo, go.
Is there any fresh blood on these tables, like in a
No.
jar or something?
And on this table is 2 scrolls of purify food and drink.
To open the door, we need fresh blood.
Anybody want to go upstairs and get Merrick?
No,
I
I'm
don't
busy.
like Merrick.
Too busy tapping my staff on the ground irritatedly as I recover only 2 charges in my.
Isn't it +1?
There's gotta be more in this
You
thing.
roll a 1 +1.
Yeah.
Were you empty?
Not quite. It's fine. I don't.
James, can I ask a question about my sling?
Yeah.
So before it was when I take a kind of elemental damage, it was reaction to then activate the resistance for just that instance of damage. Now that it's a just permanent whatever, can I still, as a reaction, activate the resistance and then just
I
have
believe
it?
it says it on the item.
No, I know that it's an action to like activate it, but obviously I won't know.
Not
Like
a
in this
reaction.
situation, I don't know
Reaction.
what I'd be up against.
It was never a reaction.
Wasn't it before a reaction?
No, I've copy-pasted it from the original thing. You can change the chroma class color to another one as an action.
I have a question actually.
Yeah.
Whenever Josh is.
Josh, what color is your sling right now then? And bear in mind, you don't have resistance if you are using it as a sling. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's only if you choose to use it as a headcloth instead.
Mm-hmm.
Neck. Or something. Good try. Rico, go.
Attunement slots. Do we still have only 1, and then we'll gain more as we level up, as per past campaigns, or are we doing just?
I didn't think so. I've had these 2
that's-
things for some time.
I think
Okay,
that was
fair.
just
Baldania thing.
Yeah, I think that was
no,
a
not
Beldania.
Beldania. Well, we might have Beldania, but
Mark-
specifically Mark
Mark
Deletion.
deletion. That's what it was. That's what it was. Okay.
There's nothing.
Alright
in there's nothing in the rules about attunement slots. No, in Mark for Deletion you would have got up to 5, but in this campaign it's just standard 3 unless you take attuned 8 at some point. I have 2 things.
I'll just make the sling red and give myself fire resistance. I'll just tie it around my.
You're not going to use it as a sling. You're going to.
Yeah, I'll just tie it around my like bicep or whatever.
Okay, cool. And as an action, you can change that.
Yeah, to a different one. But for now, it'll be fire since that's the most common.
Oh. Sorry. Can I just make a quick statement. This Starshot light crossbow that Pietro is now carrying around, one of its abilities is to turn you invisible. So I don't know if somebody wanted this. I don't know if anyone realized.
Hmm.
I mean, I'll gladly hold on to it, but I'm just
I'm
saying.
too dumb to use it. It's too advanced for me.
Everybody is proficient in a light crossbow.
No, I'm
is it a heavy
just role
crossbow?
playing that.
It's a light, right?
Oh,
Okay,
no,
yeah,
it's
it
a
is
light
light.
crossbow. It's a light crossbow.
Okay, that's fine. You can roleplay that. It's only for a turn, though.
Yes, for a turn.
Doofy, is your sister not coming with us?
No.
She's not
No, she's gonna
that
help you
kind
build
of
the town.
adventurer.
Yeah, she's
I'm
not the
surprised she
battle
made it this far.
I see. Not
Just a-
as powerful as you then.
I guess not. I used to
Is
think
she-
she was.
Is she a battle hardy? Like, can she hold her
Oh
own?
no! She's more of like a she's studying to be a shaman. So like a more of a learned type.
She aspires to be a great leader.
I will
one
tell you,
day.
she has literally the most unuseful spell selection you have ever seen.
Ooh, like what?
She's bringing like ceremony, create food and drink, purify food and drink, augury. Like you could put her in a battle, and there is nothing she can contribute at all.
But she can do stuff.
She can do stuff. She's got light. She's
Words of
And
encouragement.
you would know
Guidance.
she can do that stuff. Is that right, Toothy? Jack?
yes, he would.
Mm-hmm.
Because this has nothing to do with battle usefulness. I was, says Vel'zekiss, interested in siblings and whether they can do things.
Well, all the stuff I can do is new to me ever since coming to Mazrea. So to me, Mazrea is what sort of brought it out of me.
Right.
I don't even still know. I don't even fully comprehend or know what's going on with me anyway. I'm still unaware of the magic that I possess.
Well, even if not magic, you were capable of something that drove you out onto the adventurous path.
Yeah, just looking to make a difference.
Interesting.
The good smile.
Patiently waiting for anyone else to bleed.
Honorable.
Does it have to be human blood? Anyone know?
You would know that.
No.
Okay, I'll. How much blood is it?
Some of that meat at breakfast seemed pretty.
Rise of Storms would have shown you that there is a pattern to trace. It is a 6-pointed star. So 2 triangles.
How evil.
That's Jewish.
Now, yeah, Star of David.
Not particularly evil at all, but it's an 8-pointed star, I think, that's
Upside down
evil, right?
star, yeah.
Or a pentagram.
Pentagram, yeah, upside down star or whatever.
How small can we make
You
that?
could take a little. You could just do a pinprick. Not going to do any damage.
Okay. I'll hold up my thumb.
Out with the dagger.
You're taking advantage. Oh, your thumb. Yeah, cool. You can place it on, and the doors will open very sort of slowly and ominously. As
that
soon
more
as
than
the
I
door
thought.
opens, you see what appears to be an angel, a statue of an angel. It's got its face down, its hood falls all the way over its face, wings are pulled, its arms are crossed in front of it.
Oh no, it's a weeping angel.
Oh, it's a bird person.
It's an angle. I'll work in. Check in for traps on the doors, the door frames, the floors, the floor frames.
One thing
Everything
you will
that could
notice-
possibly be trapped.
One thing you will notice is that everything is pristinely clean. Black, polished flagstones on the floor. It looks like somebody cleaned this like 30 seconds. Everything positively gleams. At
Well, it's a
the
good thing we
end of
cleaned
at the end of the corridor, you will see 2 basins, which look like they're for liquid. Both of them appear to have a liquid in them, but from this distance you can't see what.
And does anything seem trapped at all? Okay.
No, I don't need any checks here. It's just black.
Okay.
Also, like there is no.
Is-
Unless it was a magical trap, and all of those have been obvious so far.
Is there any writing on the pedestal that the
There is no pedestal.
Oh.
It's just a slightly raised platform and then a big statue.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
As you look at the statue from this angle, though, you will see that it wears the face beneath the cloak is a simple, like a mask that has slits of iron down in front of it, eye holes, but it's a simple iron mask in front of it. This does not look like a friendly person. I mean, you'll notice as their wrists are held together, there are two sort of like patterns drawn on the back of the hands. One is a teardrop and the other one is a crown. Or maybe a drop of blood, you're not 100%.
Is this ringing familiar to Pietro in any way, like in terms of
You've never seen anything like
pantheons or nothing like this? It's not like related to one of the constellations or anything like that.
this whole room feels cold.
Should have put cold resistance. What
You can change it with an
the?
action. That takes 6 seconds.
Oh, that takes a lot of effort. What kind of liquid is in the basin?
Which one?
The one I'm standing at.
Give me a second. I'm currently not like. Oh, that reminds me. Stream cons.
Also, during the 6 seconds of you looking, I will use an action to change my resistance from fire to cold.
This is why I told you to add all 4, and then you can just literally click one off and click one off.
I want to fill my inventory with just.
Add a special pouch, minimize it, and just put all 4
It takes 2 seconds to change. What is your issue?
All right.
Hey,
Josh
Josh,
wants the benefits.
If you
of
get
that, he
angry,
doesn't
go
wanna
out in the
carry.
car for a drive. That's how it works. That's what
To be fair, he has been able to drive for like 9 months with my car. This is just his own car now.
I know.
Yeah.
Still.
Boxxo in that one is blood. Your blood.
Oh, you got a card? You got a card, Josh? I must have missed that.
Yes. Josh just got himself a Fiat 500. It's very cute.
And I decided I'm going to try to make him care about it like an American.
I care about it a great deal, actually.
Good.
I worked with a girl
We
who
bought
had
a
the
special paint
Gucci
polish for it.
edition.
He really cares about it.
Yeah, I have they gave me with the thing that I got. They give me like a package thing that has like all these different
cleaning
components.
kit.
That has like a sponge and like the spray and like wax and
Wax
stuff
and
like
everything.
that.
Detailing, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's really
nice.
cool.
I love the way that this is the response to finding a basin full of blood. We talk about
Yes,
Josh's
speaking of
blood.
bleeding. Is the blood dark? Yeah, what kind of blood is this blood?
Humanoid. Looks like it's a mixture.
Humanoid. Oh.
And indeed, you will see a strange device on the wall slightly above it. It looks like 2 cylinders with small little pins on them or spikes that are very close together that look like something can be rolled through them.
Ooh.
Oh. And what is in the basin next to it?
Purified water. You will notice that there is an enchantment on the basin, on both basins. This basin is enchanted to be continually clean. If a single drip of blood was to get in it, it would be cleansed immediately to purified water. And the other one, there is an enchantment on it, but you don't recognize what it could be.
Toothy, come and clean your wound. Your finger wound.
Nah, I'm good.
Pietro or Vel'zekiss, either one of you can give me an Arcana check on the strange enchantment. It would be helpful if both of you could roll because you might find different things.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Alternatively, one of you
Whoa.
might roll a 26 and one of you might roll a 10, at which point you'll find all the things with one of you.
Huzzah.
Vel, the only thing you can work out is that there is definitely something on this basin to keep out any physical parts. Everything gets liquidated or removed, expelled from here. If it is not a liquid, although you'd imagine you could hold your hand in it, if you left any debris behind, it would be expelled. Pietro with a 26. This is like an enchantment of sanctity. What that means is that anything that is not the primary liquid would be expelled. On top of which the primary liquid will be kept in its current state for as long as possible, e.g. fresh. Whilst that does sound very dark, it also means that they can open the door without constantly stabbing themselves. Oh, the door swung closed behind you. Sorry, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, but they would need this blood and then be outside to get in without having to stab themselves. No?
Well, like they stab themselves outside, they purify it when they come in, and then the reverse.
Well,
on the
if
way
they
out.
didn't have blood on them on the outside, sure, but you will note that you would have to do the same ritual to get out the doors.
I see. So they'll probably just carry
And you
some.
will also notice that the door to the south is locked, and it has a large pentagram on it. And you would assume that some form of pattern needs to be painted upon the door with fresh blood to get through it.
I will make the attempt then. Are we?
No further,
Shall we
Boxxo.
go,
Back,
Oh, sorry.
back, sorry.
shall we go through the south door or see what's north?
It seems like what's north is Boxxo.
Let's
Are
bring
you
this
wandering
together.
off?
Before you leave, let's have a discussion. Okay.
Path of least resistance. Let's go north.
If you say so, but mysterious things only happen behind the closed doors.
Yeah, but I don't like mystery.
Sometimes the mystery is in people thinking you've gone the hard way when you've gone the easy one.
This is fair enough. We go.
Boxxo, you got to here. The rest of you can move upwards if you wish. The doors on the right and left both have the same pentagram in front of them. But on these, you can see that somebody has painted this pattern so many times recently without cleaning it properly off. You can actually just look at the pattern. On the right, the pattern is a single finger pointing. And on the left, on the west, as you look forwards down the corridor, it appears to be a very simply drawn skull.
I will then, I guess, run to the
Pietro
blood basin.
probably has a finger dripping in blood right now, waiting for you to choose which door to open.
Does anybody have like an inkwell and pen that we can like fill with blood instead?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
which one, please?
Yeah, this one here.
Okay,
I have a jug.
Oh, true.
Yeah, whilst you're bleeding, let's just fill this up.
I will draw the mark on said door.
Okay, and the door will open for you momentarily. James is currently fixing something because I've accidentally put a door where there shouldn't be a door.
Oh. Can I grab a coffee while you fix that? Do I have the time?
We know you will anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I always
That's
just
the
pretend.
whole-
Oh, the baby needs something.
Oh no, it's like the whole dungeon. I can't remember
What
without
does that
breaking the whole
mean?
dungeon.
It's okay. You can just tell us this isn't a door.
No, it is the door. That's the problem. But I can't make it a door. Without doing this, which is just ugly as sin, right? Yes, I mean you can't see how bad that damage is, but it is bad. Trust me.
Sure.
Oh, I can see how bad that damage is down there.
Yes, it's gonna fuck everything. Alright, whatever, I screwed up. It doesn't matter, we can just move you through it manually. Luckily, you went right, so it's not important right now. Bam! As you look in here, you will see two, these are not coffins, I want to make that really clear. They're like altars or tables. And then on the, next to it is this sort of like triangular lid that would go on top of the body. To the north, you will see a body that is laid there that appears to have all the blood drained from it. There is not a speck of blood left on the table. It's just a completely blood-drained creature. Skin, however, is still quite smooth and intact, and you would assume this creature died within the last 3 or 4.
What kind of creature is this creature?
Me and nature check.
So it's not a humanoid.
It is a humanoid.
Oh.
I got a 2 for a 4, but I will use my ghostly inspiration to do something. What does it do? What?
This is not a saving throw.
Oh my god, you're right. God damn it. Ah!
And you also have to decide to use it before you even like roll.
You have to use it before you roll. More importantly, whilst this definitely isn't a standard human, you're not exactly sure what they might have been. Their skin is very, very pale, almost like alabaster. Their hair is platinum white, but their eyes are sort of, despite being closed, sort of larger than a humanoid's. The bone structure is very fine. They're taller than your average human. Not a human.
Do they have any personal belongings on the table or on their person?
No, but you will note on the table to the south, there is a scroll.
I'll
Not
unfurl
an
the
actual
scroll.
And there is a date, which was yesterday. Body removed, and then details of the decomposure, process. And they speak of extricating nails, pulling hair out, extracting eyes, lots of other nice, pleasant things they did. The blood was drained 4 days ago. And then the
As
body
I
was removed.
as I unfurl this and I see that it's words, I will just hand it to Toothy.
That's a bit harsh.
No, it's not. I can't read. Because Boxxo can't read.
Not at all.
No, we did talk about this before.
I
Rheawynne
thought
was
you
meant
could
to
read a
teach
little
him,
bit.
but she's not been here.
Does Toothy read well?
Only if it's
I
pictures.
think I think I read at the level of like
Pietro's
you know.
standing at the door with his hand.
a 10-year-old.
His hand's getting longer and longer.
Yeah.
Okay. Toothy can
What's
make
this
out the
word?
meaning. And then he
Yeah,
points
bombing.
to decomposition and asks Pietro what it says.
These are embalming procedures.
What of?
Sort of.
They are harvesting procedures. They're
Organ
exactly
harvest.
what you would do if you were harvesting parts of a creature, alchemical properties, but this is a humanoid.
This is quite sick and twisted.
Roll initiative.
It was very sudden.
It does feel very sudden.
Yep, I was counting down and I just decided that the wait is over. Oh,
No more lollygagging.
No, it's you left
No
it.
more reading.
They can hear you.
Who can
Boxxo,
hear
you got
us?
a 23.
Yes.
Vel'zekiss knows.
We're about to find out.
Well,
Not got Vel's
I think-
initiative.
well, I think I'm supposed to have shoes that make it better. Do we get those when we leave the town, or we already have them?
Oh,
Oh yeah, the shoe.
Shit.
I think that's right. I think that's what I picked, and I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
you
have
did.
that.
Espadrilles. I don't think I got around
It's fine. I'll just roll it. But if it makes a difference,
Um,
I think I get another couple points to it.
+3, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was +3.
We'll find out though.
Well, so it's really a 19. 16, 19.
I just have more
Oh,
walk.
do we have our shoes already?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
I had
I
my
think I made
movement.
the.
I had my movement increased before
Boots
we
of
even
You
got
might have
Climbing?
done it, and I didn't.
No, I think I
Even
made the
remember
boots of
that.
climbing, but I don't think I made. I got distracted.
You did because I've got them.
Yeah, I got distracted and completely forgot that I was doing the rest, and I had thought I'd done it. I've ticked it off my list of things to do, which is quite awkward. Yeah, cool. So Vel, you rolled a
Really a 19, 16 to a 19.
19. Okay. I've got Toothy on a 7. Do you want
Yep.
Rheawynne's 18?
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna swap. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's great. Now I've separated Pietro and Rheawynne. That was the plan. Cool. Yeah. Can I confirm, Joe, that you can see what you're being attacked by?
At least one something that I'm being
Yes.
attacked by. Yes.
It should have a name that you can read as well.
Cultist.
Yes, it is a cultist. And I think in
It's a
the
cultist.
Roll20 chat, you will be able to see a picture very shortly.
Got a scary
but-
mask like we described before.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a Death Eater.
A little like like that statue.
Like the statue, yeah.
Yeah, as you
Got a pickaxe.
No, that's sort of, yes. It's a sort of very basic scythe.
Or a war
Yeah.
pick.
Music just isn't working, is it? No one hears music?
It's a cult of miners.
Does anyone
did,
hear
and
music?
Yeah, literally. We're about to kill them, and I'm like, guys,
Guys,
we're mining.
Does anyone hear
I-
music?
I had been hearing music and then it stopped all of a sudden when you asked. You can't hear
Right,
music.
okay, cool.
There it is.
There it
Okay,
is.
fantastic. Sorry. So yes, you see what looks like a sort of masked guy come out holding a scythe. And you hear this sort of rumbling, sort of almost hissing noise. Rabble.
Shrubble.
Uh,
Is it gonna attack us with bushes?
and as he walks forwards to Rheawynne, he swings out at her immediately.
Oh my goodness, how high did he roll?
No, he didn't. Sorry, he puts a finger of death at her first, which I believe a 16 will hit.
Let me pull up her.
Her AC,
necrotic damage.
I think it's 16.
And you see that that staff she's carried sort of goes a dull grey colour. That was his sort of surprise attack, if you will. And then he walks up to her holding a scythe, and that's where you guys' initiative starts. Boxxo, you got a 23, right?
Yes.
There we go. Boxxo, your turn.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll stay here. I'll manifest one of my daggers near the guy's face.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
Anyone hits?
Nice. That is 23 sneak attack damage.
Hey!
No, sorry, that's 22. Oh, it's because I accidentally rolled my crystal rapier. Oh wait, then that's just completely the wrong die altogether. Sorry, my bad. That is 20 psychic damage altogether.
Anything else, Boxxo?
Yes, bonus action. I will I'll go here and hide behind Vel.
Okay, that is not an easy task. This is a fairly, very plain, black polished corridor. You're trying to stand
I'm a black
exactly.
kobold.
You're trying to stand exactly in Vel'zekiss' sort of line, hoping that he doesn't move. You can give me a stealth check with disadvantage. I will point out that if you had have gone here, you could have hidden
I
around
was
the
gonna
corner.
say, yeah,
easily.
behind the thing.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, that's fine. So give me a
It's what I have to say to that.
Stealth check with disadvantage.
I got a nat 1 for a 12, but if that fails, please let me know, and I can add something to it.
It doesn't matter what you add to an up one; it will always be a failure. Vel'zekiss.
I don't see anybody else's. Do I, any chance I hear other people, but coming up from
Give me a
where he
perception
came
check.
up from? I mean, I'm not very good at perception, but let's try. Rolled a 19.
It is
Hey.
deathly silent in these corridors, but you do hear, just through this door to your right, a very, very faint conversation. It feels like it's a long way away.
Oh, interesting.
But we also didn't hear this guy coming up either, so.
You would assume that he was in the room on his own. You know this because he's left the door open behind him, and you can't see anyone behind him either.
Okay, yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if that was the extent of my light was preventing
Sure,
me from seeing
yeah,
anything
but
down there, etc.
I don't
So
actually
that's
know what the
good.
extent of your vision is. To be fair.
It tells me exactly what I needed to know, which I wasn't. I was like, if there's 30 more guys, I want to put a cloud of daggers in front of the door, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I will, having seen him do his little deathy finger at Rheawynne, I will say, well, let's at least find out whether it works on you. It's not a attack, and I will attempt to. She'll touch him.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, we've rested, so I'm sure I've got my advantage ability, my whatever it is, Tides of Chaos
Okay.
nonsense. So I
You
should
using it?
use that.
Yeah.
28 to
28
hit.
hits.
And let's
Damn.
see whether he 17,
Whoa.
but it is
You will note
necrotic
he is
damage.
resistant to necrotic damage, as he seems a little less phased by your. He uses laugh as you strangle him with your hand. He is, however, wounded.
Just know I was willing to check because I wasn't afraid of you. But there are others this way, and I might be afraid of them. No, I'll stay here. I can see Boxxo's trying to hide behind me. I know he failed, but I don't know that he failed. I'll stay there. I'm fine.
Toothy.
Alright. Gonna run up. 5, 10, 15. Ooh, I see him. 25, 30. I run up. Got a big old smile on my face. Because, I get to attack twice now. I attack.
Toothy suddenly knows this in his mind. I've got no attacks. It's coming. What are you currently attacking with? Is this the club?
No, my short sword of defense.
So the club hasn't added yet for you, or you just And if you have added it, you're not using it. But just a reminder to add that dormant, the slumbering version at some point.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have added it.
You can beat people with it now.
I can, but I'm on the defensive right now, just in case. So, that's a 12.
That'll miss. You strike, you will note that he is wearing chainmail under his robes.
Alright. Miss.
Second attack.
Second attack, that's a 22 to hit.
Please, you get to attack twice now. Yeah, go ahead. Give me some damage.
Yeah, that'll be 7 piercing damage. That's all I do, but I'm quite happy.
He will look to you and say, "You have your souls." That name is Kioro.
Kioro.
You have never heard it before, none of you. And with that, he is going to mark you for death, Toothy. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, okay. 12?
You are unable to regain hit points for the next minute. You may repeat the... Oh, I've told you the DC now. Oh, well. You will be able to repeat the save at the end of each turn.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, and then he is going to attempt to reap you with his scythe. I'm
Sounds
assuming
good.
you are not below half hit points.
No.
Okay. And that's a 16 to hit.
No.
Okay, Pietro.
Is that so? So let's try to get this guy off of my friends. I'm gonna first cast Ray of Frost.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh, you fucker. That's a 12.
Roll the miss.
12 will
Cold sort of
miss.
seeps into his armor and he just sort of...
Back up, motherfucker. And I will shove him. Strength save, please.
15.
He is 16, so he fails. Back up.
And put him here. Directly
Sure.
away from you.
Yeah, that's
your turn.
probably more of a...
Didn't I maneuver this so
yeah.
you wouldn't be next to Rheawynne?
Who, me?
Yeah, I did, but then I failed. Whatever. I'm just miserable failure. Does that conclude your turn?
It does.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this for Rheawynne real quick. That's a 13
I was gonna say,
to miss is done. Boxxo, go.
Okay, 5, 10, 15,
She would also have
20. Do I get advantage from hiding?
No, because you walked straight up to him. Also, you were seen already, and also you get a +2 from flanking.
Okay. That's a nat 20 for a 30.
Give me some damage.
Yes. Here's the damage. Sorry, it's there in chat. It's
I don't
17
ever have
psychic.
that tab open unless I like.
It's 17 psychic, but then you do your...
And then you add
math
your
thing.
max. Oh, you want me to work it out? Okay.
Yeah, I
So
do.
you add a 6 on the.
That's what I was waiting for.
And then another 18 for your sneak. So you'll add 24 to your total. What was? What did you get? 17.
17.
Plus 24 is 41. That's, funny enough, more hit points than he has.
Nice.
So please describe his grisly demise.
Yeah, so like I run up, I slide in between two of these legs to get past him, and then I like leap up into the air and I manifest my Psychic Blade and stab it into like that eye slot of this guy's mask, and he just like spasms and like falls to the floor as like some drool falls out of the little slits of the mouth bit of the mask. And I think he's dead. He's probably in a coma.
As you do that, you hear, Kyoto, I am yours. And you will see it as like a black version of, like a black shadowy version of him sort of rise up out of his chest and fly off into the sky. But you will notice
Sky?
that, well, sort of up through the ceiling. So
Okay.
eventually to the sky.
I thought this was like a nut.
You can't see the
This is
sky,
like-
but no, indeed. One thing you will note, though, is he did appear to be human underneath the mask. He was not some odd creation, and indeed you can pull the mask off and see that he was a perfectly normal human. He was a bit ugly, but that's about it. Nothing he carries on him is magical, though his scythe, it feels horribly cold and uncomfortable to touch, as if blessed by a dark god. None of you have ever heard the name Kyoto.
I will
have a
write
nice
that down.
think about it over a short break. Well, hello and welcome back to the second half of Elsewhither. That guy came out of a door and left it open behind him. I'm just going to do this with Vel'zekiss so that you can see that at the end of this corridor are 2 more doors. That's it. Sorry, that doesn't actually apply to all of you. Let's do that to all of you.
But there were also voices coming from this side, right?
Yes, so you know that particular door might lead onwards, but none of the others seem to. So if you want to explore any of the other rooms, especially the one that's open to the south, because you didn't know for that, you may.
Let's go see what the hell is going on down there.
Yeah, if there's nobody rushing through, they don't seem to have heard us and are coming out or whatever.
It does seem that way.
And I imagine we have our guards up too, and we're not gonna,
Yep.
hopefully you're not going to get surprised again.
I'll keep game for traps and stuff.
Yes, Josh, I'm going to just tell you, I don't need a roll for them at all at any point in this area.
Okay.
Everything is this polished black glass. It looks like it's their hideout, so it being trapped would be a bit weird. This is called the Harrowing Chamber. I don't know how you would have found that out, but I thought I'd tell you anyway.
It's there above the door.
Yes. At the center is a large bowl into which are crammed 4 bodies. One of them is a goblin body. 2 of them are humans, and 1 of them is a triton.
Wow, exotic.
You will note that there is what appears to be like a large, long club with a rounded end that is covered in blood. Bits of their bones are crushed. It looks like somebody's been literally mortar and pestling these bodies. And there are 4 small spigots that come out of the edge of the bowl. And you will note that in 4 corners of the room are blood bowls. As they have been filled up by the blood from these bodies. All that's in here.
These people really like blood.
They do.
Oh,
sorry, there is one other thing. There are 3 pedestals around the room. On the pedestal to the left is a black amulet with a red ruby. On the pedestal to the right is a small book, and on a pedestal to the south is a black dagger.
I mean, are they emanating some sort of dark magical energy, or
to the south and to the west, they both appear magic.
I would like to peek at this amulet.
As you look at it, it looks frightening. There is something odd about it. Oh no, not the typo. Haunt of the typo. That's so. It looks like this, except you will note that the chain has turned black. That not work. Oh, I've given you what the item.
Got all the information, not the
okay,
picture.
Cool. So it looks like that, but the chain has gone black. The little bit of bone holding it is real bone. The heart seems a little blackened. Give me an Arcana check.
Sure. 13.
That item is cursed.
I'll admit it's a bit disconcerting. It's not something I think we necessarily want to wear.
So
Be cursed.
it's meant to be a periaptive health, which allows you to regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points once a day. Instead, what this does is gives you immunity to poison and disease, but you cannot roll hit die or spend.
Can you remove the curse?
You won't know anything about that, but Rheawynne might.
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
No, I mean, Vel'zekiss won't, but Rheawynne might.
Oh, right.
Not certain.
It was about priestly magics. With the 23, Rheawynne would tell you that some curses, especially weaker curses, can be extracted, leaving or an item, leaving the item still with the other magical properties, but the curse removed. Sometimes removing a curse will completely remove the item. Sometimes removing the curse will destroy the item. One thing is for certain: carrying an item with a curse, as often as this one, could potentially harm you just by unless you've got an appropriate sort of way of encasing it, holding it, protect.
Mm-hmm.
Not this campaign. They've got a rosewood box.
No.
Friday.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless Pietro wants to hover this along with us at a safe distance, I think we might have to leave it for now.
Why would they keep a little cursed necklace?
Maybe they wanted to give it to someone.
Perhaps they believe it to be imbued with the power of their god. This.
Okay.
What was the name? Something with a K?
Kyoru.
Kyoru.
I did want to ask you something. I will take a history check from you. Unless you're proficient in calligraphy tools. Are you proficient in calligraphy tools, Rico?
Me? No, only masons and cartography.
Okay, yeah, so history check, please.
History check coming up. Not a great roll, but a 13.
13. You know that has some connection to Eastern culture, Eastern languages, perhaps Kalan. A scholar of language might be able to tell you more than that. It's more than a name. It's almost something like a name. Similar to Bodlin was Tabaxi. This is not Tabaxi, but it is Eastern in here.
Mm-hmm. Eastern as in like east of...
All the way east to Kalan.
Okay.
It is known as the East because the sea between Kalan and Gallania is almost impassable. So it's always thought of as like the west and east of the world, even though technically you can sail from one to the other. Much like America is known as the West and China is known as the East, even though technically you go west from America to get to China.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was the right way round, right? You do go west from America to get... Okay, my brain just went, am I talking rubbish?
I mean, because our seas aren't nigh magically impassable, you can go either way if you'd like.
Yeah,
you can go north.
You can't sail east from California. That is...
No.
That results in a very, very landlocked boat.
We will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, however, so...
Oh, well,
that is very true.
Go whichever way you want.
Yes. Canal, baby, canal. Anyway, on a much more sensible note, yes, Eastern culture, some sort, maybe Kalan, the naming structure. Cool. That's it for your amulet as well.
Pietro is more interested in this. I think you said it was a book, like a small black book.
And it reads something a little unusual. Basically, Angelus Norris, which is a sort of a very ancient type of language. Sort of language that spells tend to be written in. It's a mixture of Old Draconic and Old Elvish. But it's pretty obvious in its meaning. It means the Black Angels. And indeed, that statue that you saw out front, you see again on the front of the book. As you browse through this book, give me a charisma. If you're opening the book, I'm assuming. It would be a magic.
Yeah, exactly. Fingers crossed. A 9.
9. Yeah.
Let me throw an inspiration at this just in case.
Please do. Love that. The DC's a 10, so good choice. I don't need the roll. A 10 will succeed, and 9 would have failed. Sadly enough, the most painful goodbyes are the ones left unsaid and never explained. Wow, that got deep all of a sudden. Yeah, you feel a sort of there is the words are written in such a way, in such a high level of oration. Can you orate in a book? I suppose you can't really. But you know what I mean. It's a very persuasive text. It's written like a religious doctrine, and there's an instinctive feel, almost a need to trust the words. And as you read it through, it seems that this speaks of Kyoru as somebody not a goddess, but somebody who could be raised to be a goddess above all. Throwing down the evil, corrupt, and broken pantheon of Mazrea. It would seem this entire people's aim is to destroy all the gods and then raise somebody to be a goddess. Perhaps raising her to be a goddess could destroy the gods. There are allusions to the coming of Thrasadun, happened 250 years ago, when the previous pantheon united. Many of them were cast down or broken. Your typical gods like Lathander and stuff with their life.
I will, of course, relay this information back to my companions in the most boring way possible.
TLDR, you've got a cult on your hands that appear to be called the Black Angels, who are trying to raise Kyoru to godliness and destroy every other god in the world.
Whether or not we take this threat seriously, I suppose we need to find out more.
Either way, they seem to be killing people and draining their blood to their cause, and there's lots of
never
things
good.
About worshipping death and the process of death and all sorts of things like that. So they're definitely not good, regardless of they are. Give me a second. I'm assuming you're going to go and have a look at the dagger.
Just to look at it from afar. I'm going to hold on to the book as well, though. If only to piss them off when they come back and realize that their book is gone.
Wondering if this is basically a soul leech dagger. It is not dangerous or cursed in any way. I mean, it's very dangerous if you stab someone with it, but it's not dangerous to the wielder in any way. This is basically a +1 dagger, and any damage you deal with it, you heal full.
Oh.
If you are full health, it heals you to 10 HP. Obviously, 10 HP doesn't stack, it replaces itself. Can't get endless health. But yes, it is not cursed in any way. We'll be on D&D Beyond by next week.
Okie dokie.
Assuming that you pick it up.
Yeah, I'll pick it up. Someone will
kill the gods.
Throw down is what they actually say.
Yes.
Oh, throw down.
Dethrone the current pantheon of gods. And raise their own, perhaps.
Why?
If I knew the answer to that, this mystery would be all but solved.
The book states quite clearly because the current pantheon are corrupt. They leech life from people. They are undeservedly worshipped. They steal gold from unknowing peasants. Basically paints every one of them as evil, which you would know to be untrue.
Leech life. This cult literally has a dagger that leeches life.
The writings seem to be contradictory to the tenets of this occult. Nonsense words.
People are weird in the East.
Right now, they're in the West too, though. The problem on your hands. Do you guys want to head up and have a look at the other two doors before going through the one where you could hear voices? So just to whip you up to the... Oh, I put you in a wall. How did I do that? I don't know how that happened. Let's do that. Whip you up to here. At the end of this corridor is a basin. This basin is sort of two-tiered. Liquid flows out of the wall into the top basin and then down into the bottom. There is definitely water coming out the wall into the top basin. But where it flows to the one below, the liquid seems dark green.
Ugh.
Give me a perception check, Boxxo. Investigation.
Same modifier. That's an 18. Let me know if that fails.
It doesn't. You kind of roll worse, and that's the problem. But not nat
Blame
ones.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, so you see a deep green emerald embedded beneath the liquid that seems to be sort of like liquid is flooding out of the emerald. You've seen these before, but not in a basin like this. You would normally see these embedded in a spell-forged weapon to give it an additional 1d8 poison damage.
Oh, can I pick up the emerald?
Only if you put your hand in the acid. Or poison.
Oh, I'll use an action to change my resistance to acid damage.
Actually, poison. Sorry, I said
poison.
acid by mistake. You said acid by mistake. Your cloth doesn't do acid damage; it does poison, which you would know if you'd added the. Anyway,
Shut up.
to be fair, I think the tape was on the sling of the four colors as well. I think I put
Yes.
the tape on the sling, so-
I just saw a skull and bones and assumed that was acid.
yeah, it's green. So you can put your hand into the poison if you wish.
For sure.
And you will make a Constitution save, please, with advantage against the poisoned condition.
Yes.
The advantage is not because you have.
No, I know. It's because I. Yeah.
It's because you are not bleeding and you haven't.
That's
drank
a 13, but I will add one of my d4s.
I thought it was because he chose that at breakfast.
Yeah, it is. Because I chose that at breakfast instead of the health.
You did choose advantage on your con saves. You're right. If you believe in something very strongly, stand up and fight for it.
There we go. 15.
15. Yeah. You are not affected by the poison. You can extract the gem. At which point the leaching stops and the liquid begins to go a bit stagnant. You would know that over a few days, because the water's constantly flowing into it and then little bits of it leaching out, within maybe even a few hours, the water in the bottom basin will be clean. You have a gem, which can be put in a spell-forged weapon if anyone has one. Alternatively, this can be sold or traded. I don't think I've added every single spell-forged gem because it's pointless. I then have to add it anyway.
No, I'm just going to put this wondrous item spell gem, and I'm just going to rename it.
Is it a spell gem?
And put it in my pouch. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, don't do that. Add an emerald.
Just an emerald. Okay, cool. And then I'll just add a note to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So it can be added to spell-forged weapon, but it can also be sold.
Yep.
Toothy, you would note that the doors on the left and right require the same finger-like pattern, the curled finger that you saw on the other two. Pietro, on this finger pointing note, give me an Arcana check. What for you? Vel'zekiss, roll me a thing.
What are we doing, Arcana?
Yeah,
Arcana.
Check.
25 from Pietro,
Okay,
22
good.
from.
I can now ask, can sorcerers learn Finger of Death? They can, right?
Oh, I think that sounds real.
Sorcerer, Warlock, Wizard. Yes, okay, there we go. So both of you would know that this is exactly the mark of a Finger of Death spell. If there was a scroll, it would a Finger of Death, it would have this pattern on it. And with that, you can open both the doors, should you wish. In the room to your left, you will find one table with a case over it, which is for the body, and the other table with no case over it. The body has been decomposed to bones, but is missing a single leg bone. You can go in if you wish to see that. The one to the north. The one to the south has this metal cover on it. Do you wish to try and extricate the cover? Leave it as it is.
I'll try and take the cover off.
Okay. You just touch it with your hand ever so slightly, and it immediately lifts up. And then falls with a clatter into like a vertical position on the side. And the body goes and sits up right in front of you. And you have a zombie in front of you.
Is it
Trying to
aggressive?
attack you. It is just sat there. Gasping for breath.
Are you okay?
It reaches over and tries to clutch at your arm.
Well, how can I help?
It pulls you inwards. and then it's gonna reach out as if to try and bite you, and it's literally trying to bite your face.
Can I sort of try to mage hand Boxxo backwards as far as possible?
Absolutely. The arm sort of follows it a little bit, and the zombie nearly falls off his seat. I think Rheawynne will just tell you. Whilst this has been animated, it has no master. It is, if you will, a masterless minion. It has no orders, no instructions at all, no purpose at all. Though it does seem to have a natural hunger about it.
Come with us.
Are you crazy, Boxxo?
It reaches out again and tries to pull you in to bite you. None of you have the ability to control a minion.
Not yet, at least.
For some odd reason, our goodly Graviturgy wizard brought Animate dead.
I was thinking that if it didn't have
Animate
a
object, it's an object.
I was thinking if it didn't have a master, it would just obey any verbal command.
No, you would need to use a necromancy. You would need to use the power of necromancy to command.
Okay.
All right, let's kill it.
You can kill it. Alternatively, you can just put the lid back on.
Yeah, but we want the XP. Right.
I want to put it out of its misery.
Stop it.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
It would
I
give you
will
2
do so.
XP each, which I do not give you because that would round to 0.
That is 21 to hit.
Ironically, if you take the lid off and then put it back on, and then take the lid off and put it back on, you could keep killing it. You will note that it is indeed the lid itself that animates a fully intact body. So, yes. You stab it, it dies. It lies there completely inanimate, but you would know if you put the lid back on it, it will get animated once again.
I mean, we could just level up like this.
No, you couldn't.
Should we just drag it out of there, chop it to bits?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the chopper to bits part, but just take it out.
Bear with me a second. I'm just going to look at Rheawynne's spell.
I mean, if we just take it out, someone could just shove it back in.
Rheawynne will cleanse it in holy water,
Oh,
All right.
preventing it from ever
That's
being
nice.
reanimated again.
Well,
It
there you
fizzles
go.
down to little bits of skeleton.
La-di-da.
Isn't that showing off? In the other side, you have a lid that's not quite on over an empty table. And some various urns and vials, all of which are empty.
okay.
I'll kick him around a little bit and nothing of a note.
Moving down to this door, you will note that it has another one of these pentagrams on it, but it has been polished beautifully clean.
Do we still hear the voices that
Faint
Vel'zekiss?
murmuring far away.
Can we tell what it's saying?
Faint murmuring.
In fact, I think I have a sound.
We're about to hear, your mum sucks cocks in hell.
That is what you hear. You do hear some screaming in the background all of a sudden. Then it goes back to this quiet murmuring.
Oh my god, screaming.
Just
Get the door
one-
open.
Ah!
Yeah, let's try and open the door.
How will you try and open the door?
Has anyone still got their thumb pricked?
You have fresh blood,
No, just-
like from that.
We have the
tank,
blood,
get
and
some-
what you
get
don't
some
know is
blood.
what you need to draw.
Yeah, you said a skull before.
Yeah, and the other one was a finger.
Yes, there is.
You
you're
fool!
right, there is a pattern of a skull that has been drawn on this. That is correct. Sorry.
Yeah,
There's a
so we'll
door.
draw the skull.
This is the Punisher's bedroom.
I can open this for you, and all you will see is another 2 of these not used. And then you will see at the back of the room a sliding door that goes up and down with a chain to pull. But I forgot to put the door there. So what I'm going to do is just put you the other side of the door. So please stand very still.
Standing. Oh,
Man.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
As you enter into here, you see there is a man who has tattoos all over his face. I think I can pull this up in a little more detail for you. Let me see.
Is this the skull of a giant ant?
Are those bones
Could
of
be
something
an-
that's actually still alive
be an
like last
elephant.
time?
So he looks like this. He's got this sort of sword tattooed on the center of his forehead. He's got lines tattooed above his eyebrows and down his face. And he wields a scythe. At the bottom, in front of you, you see another one of these sort of masked cultists holding a scythe. And at the bottom of the room, you what appears to be a priest of some sort, also wearing a slightly more ornate mask, with a chain of a skull around his neck. As you enter, you'll note that the magic of that central area sort of glows green ambiently. And the priest sort of looks to you and it would seem that we have visitors. We are in need of more sacrifices. Which of you will offer your life first?
Okay, me, and I run forward and I attack.
Cool. And that is where we will end. I will let you move an entire 25 feet forwards. I think Rheawynne will come to flank you, and then the rest of you can spread out. And that is where we're going to end. I did say I expected it to only run a couple of hours. I suppose we could try and squeeze the fight in, but then we'd be fighting for the minutes, and I don't want to do that. And I'd also like Jay to be present. Okay, new year, new me, new MVP. I will just claim peasant repellent. That is all. It went straight out of the card. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it.
That was good.
And yeah, we will pass it around the table. Where are your faces? Where are your lovely faces? Let's find your faces. There they are. Yeah.
It was cool having the final, finally getting to my sister. Getting to the sister, that was really cool. And I think that crit from Josh was just awesome. And then sliding through to these legs and then just decimating the guy, was awesome. It's when you crit Josh, it's okay, the fight's done.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Rogue. There are a few enemies at this point that may now be able to stand up to that crit, and indeed, if he was full hit points, he might have survived with 2. But in general, crazy damage, it's great. Josh?
Yeah, today was a very, very fun session. Nice to that we finally closed the case on the missing mayor, and now we've got permanent, I guess, residents and food and drink in this town. I guess probably the description of the angel is very, very ominous and scary, especially if this is the thing that they're worshipping, this mysterious, possibly ancient god that no one cares about, no one knows about. Yeah, very cool.
I don't know where you got ancient god from, because...
Well, I'm assuming if it's not...
You did read in the book that she's not yet a god. They're trying to raise her to godhood.
I didn't read anything because Boxxo doesn't read. Doesn't know how to read. So I didn't read anything.
did spiel it out in the most boring way possible, apparently. So maybe that's why you didn't listen.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, she's definitely not raised to godhood yet. Joe.
Cultists!
Ah!
I was like,
Cultists!
Such simplified background crowd behavior. I loved it.
I like Merrick. Merrick is just scared of a lot of things. Generally just dramatizes everything and doesn't really have any purpose at all. I put everyone's jobs in the town, and Merrick I just put hangs around the tavern. That is all I wrote. Just there to be there. Rico.
I had 2. The first being back cultists, for sure. But the second was the fact that we were all unbothered by this giant mortar and pestle that had been... obviously, that cultist that attacked us was grinding up the bodies of 4 people in this huge bowl. And it's just
and you wanted to move around I'll have a look at the book. I'll have a look at the book.
And we're just look at this amulet. Look at this amulet.
Yeah.
The mortar and pestle of crushing bodies with the spigots of blood. Yes,
we're oh god. Sorry, I was just gonna say we're also jaded by adventuring. It just doesn't bother us anymore. They're like, yeah, sure.
Checks out.
Yeah, minor MVP for the fact that I got to use the word spigot and it was correctly termed. Love that word.
Indeed.
And 30 experience. 30 experience points for discovering the Book of Black Angel Doctrination.
So we should be at 6,850.
That's what I have.
68.50. Love that. Someone tell Jay, but in the meantime, that's where we're going to end. You guys would like to say goodbye?
Bye.
Goodbye.
We'll see you at some point.